Yeah, buddy! This video is brought to you by Atomicrops. Modern city life got you down? Well, good news! You just inherited your late uncle's farm. So pack your bags and move out to the gorgeous countryside. What could possibly go wrong? A nuclear apocalypse. That's what. So it's up to you to defend your beloved farm from mutant scum that want a piece of you and your land. It's time to do what any self-respecting farmer would. Farm, marry, kill. Atomicrops is an action roguelite farming simulator. Yeah, it's got all that going on. Farm and grow mutant crops to sustain your local town, for a profit of course. Fight off hunger and post-nuclear pests with all kinds of weapons. Get married and have your wife fight off the mutants with you. Upgrade your farm to be even more powerful, befriend all kinds of animal buddies to help defend your farm, and compete online with leaderboards with other dedicated farmers. So what are you waiting for? Click that link down below to check out Atomicrops today. So grab your gun and get a farming. Cartoons? Good. Video games? Good. Video games based off of cartoons? Usually very disgusting. I'm not too sure why life is that way, but I guess we gotta play the cards we're dealt. And today, I've got a handful of not great video games based off of popular cartoons. Like El Tigre. Don't worry, we'll get there. That I got from a thrift store that was shutting down. It also smelled like old boots and mayonnaise in there. Regular show was anything but. Mordecai and Rigby going on epic adventures to fight God or whatever because they didn't want to mow the lawn. It's honestly the perfect concept for a cartoon to be adapted into a video game. So, let's see what this game has in store for us. Oh, man. I mean, that's great, because that's just what the Nintendo 3DS needed. A Mario game. Mordecai and Rigby in 8-Bit Land was released in the fall of 2013 for the 3DS, made by WayForward, a company who's made some pretty awesome games like the DuckTales remaster and River City Girls. The game is your typical side-scroller. You move from left to right, shoot projectiles, collect money. It's your standard affair. There really isn't anything wrong with the game per se. If you got this game for Christmas as a kid, there's a good chance you probably loved it. But I didn't. I got this game as an adult, and for like $40 nonetheless in a mayonnaise-smelling building! You can switch between Mordecai and Rigby at will, which is cool, I guess. Rigby can reach smaller spaces and Mordecai can double jump. Apart from that though, switching between characters just depends on your preference of the two. There are a few top-down shoot-'em-up sections to the game to break up the repetitiveness. But for the most part, the main issue I have with the game is, well, the repetitiveness. This is the only regular show game to have a console release, which blows my mind. This was one of Cartoon Network's flagship shows, and this was the only game they got? Something that could have fit right in at CartoonNetwork.com? This game also has that BS where there's a story, but no voice acting. I hate it when cartoon games do that. What am I supposed to do? Read? God no, anything but that. J.G. Quintel, the creator of Regular Show, is an obvious fan of the 80s and 90s pop culture, so I get why he'd want this game to be in that retro-style throwback. I mean, heck, he even got it done before Shovel Knight, so kudos to that. But for me, nah, the game just feels soulless with no real character, or anything the fans of the show can even sink their teeth into. The music slaps, though. You know who else slaps? My mom! Yo, why didn't anyone tell me it was the Rugrats who were in Paris? That would have saved me so many beatings. Rugrats in Paris on the N64 is a minigame collection, similar to Mario Party. If Mario Party were made for babies. If you play the single-player mode, then you get to choose your baby and explore unsupervised around Reptar Land. I'll admit, this part is kinda fun because you get to explore the whole scale of the theme park. I just wish it wasn't so empty. Like, man, people really hate the French that bad, huh? I don't blame them. The games range anywhere from skee-ball, bumper carts, a really crappy and long session of mini-golf, with the worst controls of mini-golf I've ever played, and my personal favorite guilty pleasure, the ride through Ooey Gooey Land. Your objective is to collect the balloons scattered throughout the ride, but the ambience here is oddly relaxing. I know it's a dark ride based off of boogers, but I don't care. I want to ride this myself. The minigames are just kinda there. There's no flair or charm to them, and each minigame is spread throughout the park, meaning you have to walk from place to place. And since these babies are so slow, come on, pick it up, first day walking, you're probably just gonna lose interest real quick. El Tigre, a masked Mexican superhero that I was a huge fan of, but no one else seems to like. At least who I've talked to. I don't know, I guess racists. Superhero cartoons should be an easy fit to transfer over to the world of gaming. Just beat up the bad guys using their powers. Simple. El Tigre on the PS2. How could this possibly go wrong? Well, that's one way. I don't even think I need to spend too much time on this game. Do you? Because why should I, when the people making the game didn't even spend time on it? This looks like a crappy auto runner on your phone. Seriously, if I told you, hey guys, did you check out the new El Tigre app they just released? And showed you this? You probably would have been like, yeah, checks out. It looks like garbage. You run, jump, attack, collect coins, and pay $9.99 a year to remove ads. Oh, dang it, sorry, I got confused. This is the real crap. I feel bad now for having the regular show game be in this video. Let's move on to something else. For some reason, Adventure Time was the only Cartoon Network series of the 2010s that got multiple games. Some were actually pretty fun, like Adventure Time, Explore the Dungeon, because I don't know. That's the actual name. A hack and slash dungeon crawler that's way too good to be in this video. As well as others, such as Adventure Time Finn and Jake Investigations.
Find anything to do yet, BMO?
Yeah, I'm bored.
Not yet.
You know what doesn't give me a sense of adventure? Point and click investigation mysteries! Bro, who was this game made for? Kids? You think kids want to hear about the action that's already happened? And instead of taking part in it, we're showing up afterwards to review evidence and look for clues. If you're trying to look for clues, you got the wrong dog. The game is also meant for children, meaning the mysteries you gotta solve are really easy. Adventure Time? No. Gathering evidence and assessing the crime scene time. Yeah, it's not as catchy. The Ninja Turtles have a really good track record of video games. For every adaptation of the Turtles, there's an awesome video game to come along with it. So now, fast forward to 2012, and we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And their game on the Wii!
You guys better get over here, quick. I see Fishface. He's heading for the docks.
Whoa, holy crap, is that voice acting? In a cartoon video game? Wow, that's incredible! This game's off to a great start. Unfortunately, it really doesn't stay that way. The game is an arcade-style beat-em-up, a 4-player one nonetheless, being very reminiscent of the old 80s arcade and Turtles in Time for all you 90s kids out there. It's simple and awesome. For about 20 minutes. The game doesn't have a lot of variety apart from walking around a dark alleyway or cityscape and just smacking around the enemies. Yeah, you see this? You'll be doing that over and over. The only nice change of pace, as I mentioned earlier, are the cutscenes with voice acting. Apart from that though, it's definitely one of the most stale beat-em-ups out there. But at least you can drag your friends along and make them suffer as well. What are friends for? A bit of a controversial entry? Maybe. EdD Netty The Misadventures is honestly one of the most clever titles for a video game. You play as the Eds and will need to do all kinds of various tasks for reasons. I don't know, why do you think we need to throw squirrels through windows, run through fences, and play in the sewers? The game plays like a series of episodes of the show, meaning there isn't really an overarching plot the Eds are working towards. You're not taking down an evil organization, or fighting off aliens, or even just trying to get jawbreakers. It's just doing chores to get some quarters, or bullying Jimmy, which I'm a fan of. I love bullying Jimmy.
Fate has dealt a cruel hand. Darn it!
Because of this lack of plot, it can be really hard to dedicate hours of your time to the game. Maybe an EdD Netty MMORPG would work better with these random daily challenges. One thing I do like though are the use of cutscenes.
Vandals! Hooligans! Those are my pinatas!
Give it a rest, Squirt. We're professional pinata pop doing you a favor.
They're sometimes done with 2D animation to emulate the show, and other times they use the in-game models, which are okay. I know that EdD Netty is a slice-of-life cartoon with not a lot of fantasy action elements, but the game is clearly trying to go for that action-adventure style. For example, the final world of the game has the gang fighting off the robot alien horde from the fictional movie Robot Rebel Ranch. In the episode, the Eds are using their imagination to fight off aliens with everyday items, pretending that they're weapons. You know, like kids do. So playing that level in a video game is really charming, and something the game I feel like should have tried to do more often. So it's a mixed bag. The game is okay, and then it's not. And then it's okay again. So I don't know, it was only $6, I can't really complain. And those were some less than spectacular games based off of cartoons that I really liked. What are some of your favorites? Or least favorites? Now please, like the video or you're fired!